Hi there, it's Ms. Novakowski coming to you from the studio at Grower Elementary in the Richmond School District. This week's studio math project is an Origami Hexagon Letterfold. And you start with a regular piece of letter size paper that you could get from your printer or from a photocopier. So this size here, I think it's 8.5 by 11, and we're going to fold it into this. And it's called a letterfold because at one point, you might have written a letter on this and then you fold it up to share with someone like this. Okay, to make our hexagon letterfold, we're going to start with a regular letter size piece of paper and we're going to fold it in half long ways here. So make a long rectangle. And again, I'm using my finger. You could also use a ruler here to crease things. This is called a bone folder. Could use that. And again, the more precise you are in making sure that your corners meet up and that your folds are nice and crisp, the more consistent your project will be. So now we're going to open it up. We've got our line of symmetry here in the middle. We're going to fold each side into that center fold. I'm using my fingers here. I'm going to flip it around this way. Sort of get a feel for what works for you when you're doing paper folding. And again, use my fingers. All right, so now this next fold is going to start us on our hexagon here. So we are going to use the center line as a place to fold up to, and we're going to use this bottom right corner here. So I'm going to move this corner up to the center line, but that fold line is also going to connect to this bottom corner here. Okay. I'm going to fold this up, but I'm watching and I'm helping curve this until it reaches the center line and also gets that corner there. So there we go. I'm going to push this down. Keep going over and go over this again. Okay, so that's the first step in making the hexagon. Okay, so now we're going to open up this triangle and open up this flap here on the right and then fold that triangle back up. You can see that there's a little bit of a crease line here, and we're going to use that to fold up the next part of our hexagon. So we're going to take this fold line here and the end of that line and use this crease line to help us fold this up, and this corner here meets the center point of our hexagon. And now I can crease this here. And our next step is to use this fold line here. I'm going to take this corner, I'm going to just rotate this a little bit, fold this up along this fold line, and then, whoops, we're just a little bit off our crease here, so I'm just going to adjust that again. There, and again, I can use this. And there you can see that we're starting to get our hexagon shape. 1, 2, and then these two long ends here. Okay, the next step, it kind of looks like an arrow right now with this point down here and this up. We're going to take this side here, and we're going to fold this across here to form a trapezoid, which is like half of a regular hexagon. So I'm going to use this side here and line it up with this side, and then crease it across here. I'm going to use this to just help me make sure that that crease is really nice and creased. And then open this up, and then I'm going to use this crease line or fold line here to guide my next fold. I'm going to rotate this just to make it easier for me. Again, people like things in different positions depending on what feels right for them. Now I'm going to take this rectangular part of my arrow and I'm going to fold this along that fold line. And then again, crease this down really well. You see the hexagon starting to come together? And the next step is to take this shape that we have here and to fold it down along this line of symmetry down the middle here. So again, I'm going to make sure I match up my corners really well. Go over those crease folds here. Oh, can you see the hexagon? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then here's the 6th triangle here. All right, and for our final steps, we have this little flap coming out the outside here. And so we want to form our final 6th triangle that makes up our regular hexagon here. So we're going to take this flap and fold it along this edge here. And again, crease this down really well. You get a nice crisp crease. And then you can see that we've got this sort of extra part of the triangle here that doesn't make up the triangle. So we're going to open this flap here in the next to it and tuck that in there. And there's our triangle. And then all together we've got our hexagon. So this is the Origami Hexagon Letterfold.